What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy William A. Thomas here with T&J Radio, back at it again. Today we're going to talk a little bit of Sha'carri Richardson. Now, for those of you who don't know, today she recently raced in the 100-meter dash at the Nike Prefontaine Classic at University of Oregon. But before we actually speak too much on that, let's actually talk a little bit about the winners, because I think that it's unfair that in the midst of not only survivorship, but domination, that this doesn't really get talked about as much. Elaine Thompson-Herah won with a 10.54 today. This was her personal best. This was huge. Not only was it her personal best, but this was actually the second fastest time for a woman of all time. So Elaine Thompson-Herah deserves a round of applause. That's right, she's only been second to the late great flo-jo, who during her time of racing actually finished at the personal best, record still standing, 10.49 seconds in the 100 meter. Now, yes, as we all know, Elaine Thompson-Herah broke flo-jo's Olympic record, but her fastest world time is still standing to this day. And Elaine Thompson-Herah, she said the best is still yet to come. She's still racing, she's still competing, and she feels that she has a little bit more for her. Now, this is amazing because the Jamaicans basically swept the race again. Take it 1, 2, 3. The Jamaican women did not come out here to play at all. And this is huge because on the other side, we have the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, who is also Jamaican. So I don't know what's going on in that food over there, but those people can run. So definitely shout out to Elaine Thompson-Herah. I wish the young lady the best in the future. She seems to be a winner not only on the track, but possibly off the track also. So now, let's shift focus over to Sha'carri Richardson. Due to testing positive for marijuana, which the anti-doping agency considers that a performance-enhancing substance. Whether it is or not, whether there's some type of politics behind it, we all know that that's the rules. Sha'carri knew that that was the rule, and Sha'carri had received the due punishment. In fact, I believe that she got the minimal punishment for it. Now, it's possible that maybe in the future that rule may change, but for now it's still the same. But it brings to question two things. One, some people have said that marijuana may actually slow a person down. It gives a calming ability that in racing may not be most beneficial to the athlete. So I don't know what's going on now at this point. I hope that Sha'carri has learned her lesson in regards to that. But let's talk about today. Sha'carri finished in 9th place. 9th. She was competing against 8 other women. When Sha'carri was finished, she gave an interview. And there were a couple of interesting things that were said there. But one of the things that stuck out is that she said that the haters can talk dog doo-doo. S-H-I-T. You guys know what word I'm trying to get at. not trying to mess up this YouTube algorithm, but she said that the haters can talk crap all they want. She says she's here to stay. And I think it's fair as far as her being here to stay. But let's talk about this notion of talking crap or hating. If you win the race and people state the facts, people praise you, shouldn't that be done? It's normal. Conversely, if you lose the race and people state the facts and people criticize you, it should also be done. We got to get away from using these words in places where they don't really apply. Hating, bashing. All we're talking about is accountability. And the fact of the matter is that Sha'carri lost the race. And not only did Sha'carri lose the race, she lost badly. Now, there's a couple of possibilities. This could have been just a day where Sha'carri just had an off day. Or it could have been a situation where Sha'carri maybe didn't prepare for today. Which, if that's the situation, then her coaching staff should really be held accountable. But whatever it is, whatever the reason, she lost the race. And it's okay to say that. And it's okay to criticize her for that. This notion that we can't criticize athletes based off of the facts is absurd. This notion that we can't criticize female athletes based off of the facts is absurd. Now, I can understand if people went into name calling and just going past, they maybe added stuff about her hair color or tattoos or eyelashes, things that really don't have anything to do with her racing abilities. But I can understand if people went those routes, because at that point it might be hating. But for people to actually talk about your loss, because when you're on the winning side, you get the opportunity to talk a little bit of trash. You get the opportunity to be able to be cocky. But when you're on the losing side, you should have one thing, and that's what's called humility. And humility isn't about being a downer or putting yourself down low. Humility is about being down to earth. Because once you're down to earth and you understand that you're where you are, you have the opportunity to be able to elevate yourself further than you probably went before. So being humble can actually be a springboard to further and further success. Now, it's always possible that being caught in the middle of the media, once you just finish a race, you're out of breath, and you have a couple things to say. Every news station is looking for some type of soundbite or clip that they could be able to put out. And she pretty much gave it to them. She gave them that fuel. Let me tell you guys my sincere wish. My wish is that Sha'carri Richardson would be able to have victory in the larger races. But to be honest, I actually am appreciative of the route of what's happening, because what you could see is the things that are happening are things that for most people, once they happen, getting disqualified from the Olympics after having a record-setting race a couple of months ago, a personal best, 6th best in the world, getting disqualified from the Olympics, and after that, coming back and getting blown out. 9th place, not even close. Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping not what she perceives as the haters fuels her, but I'm hoping that Sha'carri will be fueled by Sha'carri. I hope that Sha'carri will be able to look back at Sha'carri's mistakes and use those mistakes to be able to propel Sha'carri to the forefront. My hope is that Sha'carri will be able to see that the opportunity for her to be the best is certainly there. It's certainly within grasp. It's certainly able to happen. But she's currently going along a road that is intended for humility. And this road may be the best road for her, because humility, if it actually takes place and takes root within the person, it gives the person the ability to be able to go further than they've ever went before. So that's your sip of T&J.